if gratitude really evades you time and time again and you don't have anything to be thankful for and you don't really want to, I'm here to share with you that's okay. You can just even say thank you and it's okay. You don't have to feel it, although I will encourage you to. My name is Patty, and I help people with their spiritual life and how to live your life filled with kindness and love and find those unconscious parts of us that are unloving and make them into more loving so that we can have a kinder and gentler world. So, years ago, I had this experience where I was practicing gratitude and things were not looking good for me at the time. What was happening was I was down to my very last cent. I had a couple of people working for me. I didn't know where I was going to get the money to pay the bills, and I was practicing gratitude. Like, where the fuck is this money coming from? I don't know how I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden, I get this client, potential client, who comes to me and he wants me to build a website. I'm like, yay, this is great. Not only am I working on gratitude, by the way, I am valuing my worth. So this has been a real practice for me. And this was back in the early 2000s. Anyway, so this guy comes to me and I call a friend in to help me. Her name is Stephanie. And as we're working through the proposal, my gut feeling said it was going to be $100,000. And so sure enough, that's what I quoted him. And when he came back to me, he said, $100,000, I was only going to pay $10,000. And by this time, I was really frustrated, upset, but I was going to stand by my guns. I had done it too many times where I would just give whatever the client wanted in terms of money and not be able to pay my own bills. So it was a hard lesson. So I said to the guy, no, it's $100,000. And when I said no, I went to my face, I went to God and I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And I go look at my employee's face and they're like, I need to be paid. And so I'm really frustrated and I'm thanking God because I'm supposed to. There was not a feeling of gratitude in my heart. Later that night, my friend Stephanie called me and she says, Patty, you're being used as a pawn. And I'm like, what? So she happened to be in a conversation in another state with a group of people who had a proposal very similar to the one that I was giving a quote to. And they had fished out that quote to IBM, to all the bigwigs, and the estimated amount of money to create this website was $100,000. I thank God. Remember, I didn't feel gratitude, but what was fascinating was how it showed up for me that I was doing the right thing. I was validated. I was so validated that I was valuing myself. Now, I did get through it. I did not get that contract, but something else came in its place. But I'm telling you, that is what gratitude is all about. It's being grateful for everything because we do not know what this experience is going to bring and how it's going to impact people. And I want you to know that, and I want you to take that in. I have this beautiful gift that a friend of mine gave me years ago. And it says, pray without ceasing. In everything, give thanks. Can you see that? In everything, give thanks. Because, and that's from Isaiah in the Bible. Yeah, it says, give thanks for everything. And in Napoleon's book, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about there's something good that comes out of every disaster, of every bad thing. And he wrote this in the 20s. So what I'm saying is, even if you don't feel gratitude, be grateful anyway. And I'm going to share with you my reading today from Courage to Change, and I thank you so much for being with me. Flying down a hill on a bicycle, I always feel tremendously alive, in perfect balance. My spiritual practice helps me to balance my life as if it were a ride on a bike and carry that vitality into each day, especially when I apply the slogan, live and let live. I try to embrace whatever life brings with all its joys and sorrows, for it all has something to offer me. I made the discovery one night when someone asked, what would happen if I started thanking God when problems occurred? At first, I had to force myself to say, thank you, God, through clenched teeth. By and by, my teeth unlocked and I replaced self-pity with gratitude. I truly began to live. When I live my own life to the utmost, it is easier to let others live theirs. Aliveness is mine. I pray others are blessed with it too. And I want the very best for those I love. I am growing to appreciate the joy of fully participating in life, and I choose to allow others to enjoy this sometimes difficult but rewarding blessing of learning from all of their experiences. Today, I will live and let live, and it is good to have an end to journey towards, but it is the journey that matters in the end. And I thank you for joining me. Just know that gratitude is a practice, and it isn't a practice just for Thanksgiving. It is a daily practice for me, and I want it to be for you. If you cannot get to the point of where you're almost crying, that's where I want to get to, because that shows me the love that I have in my heart. I can still say, thank you, God. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, put in a comment below if you have something you want to share, and maybe share this with somebody who could use it. I love you.